Hello Seekers, welcome to another episode on Sadgamayah. Mars will make its move in the sign of Cancer on 10th of May. And Mars is going to stay in the Cancer zodiac sign, the sign of debilitation, until 1st of July. Now, Mars being in a Cancer zodiac sign will also encounter Rahu and Ketu. Ketu being 4th from itself, and Mars will aspect Ketu, and Rahu being 10th from itself in the planetary war with Jupiter. Definitely this is going to irritate Mars a bit, and the moment Mars gets angry, the 8th aspect of Mars will become very strong, will become very dominant. And the problem with the 8th aspect of Mars is that the 8th aspect of Mars falls on Saturn. Not only that, now because Mars, in my previous video I have explained that Mars will aspect Libra, Capricorn and Aquarius. Libra being the exaltation sign of Saturn, Capricorn being the zodiac sign of Saturn, where Saturn was from 2020 to 23, and Aquarius being the sign of Saturn, where Saturn is placed right now. That means there will be this will be a time of high impatience. Now, throughout the position of Mars, there will be a time when Mars will be exactly at the degree of Saturn. That means Mars and Saturn will be at the same degree, and that will be the point of highest and the strongest aspect of Mars on Saturn. Now, for the entire month of May, there is a Rahu-Jupiter conjunction happening. I will say a very close conjunction happening in the sign of Aries, which is aspected by Saturn. So you can see Mars aspecting the zodiac sign of Saturn, whereas Saturn is aspecting the zodiac sign of Mars, Scorpio, as well as Aries. Now, this is kind of a planetary indirect influence, like two superpowers trying to influence each other. So, geopolitically, we will see superpowers trying to build colonies, trying to give their influence, and a lot of countries will rip apart because of this uncalled influence. This unsaid influence will also be felt on your end. Wherever Mars is placed in your birth chart and wherever Saturn is placed in your birth chart, these two areas of life will have polar opposite circumstances, and because of these polar opposite circumstances, you might be pushed and you might be stretched between two different directions. Emotionally, this can be a challenging time, so you will have to have a grounded approach. See, in a war between acceleration and brake, if acceleration doesn't work perfectly, it is logical to apply brakes. That is why you need to be very cautious during this time, go slow, and live a life where business as usual is the theme. Now, when Mars starts aspecting Saturn, it will come at exact degree of Saturn around 1st and 2nd of June. Now, that is the time when you will see that Mars will be right in the center in the Pushya Nakshatra. And Mars being in Saturn's Nakshatra aspecting Saturn can simply go against, and this can create a lot of impatience, protests around the world, and a lot of, you can say, unexplained phenomena that will happen throughout the world, and there can be some volcanic activities also. Now, on the other hand, this can be hurtful to Aquarius and Capricorn moon sign natives because they are ruled by Saturn, and Mars is only going to create more and more, you can say, hurdles. So being impatient, being on the edge and doing things in a quicker manner will be harmful for you. You also have to understand that this debilitated Mars is also aspecting Ketu, whereas Ketu is in trine with Shani, which in turn means that this incident, certain incidents in your life will create vairagya, detachment. And this detachment will come because of an emotional setback. Not to all, but to people who are in Mars Mahadasha or Antardasha, or who are experiencing certain degree of Martian influence in their chart, especially if you are Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, Scorpio, Aries or Aquarius moon sign. Remember, moon sign natives. You will have to be watchful of the moon transit also, because Cancer is after all the zodiac sign of moon. So it's more about mood swings, more about you feeling various kind of energies, you being very sensitive to the weather, you being very sensitive to news and information that comes to you. You will also become very sensitive towards people's behavior towards you, so you have to check your disproportionate response in a way that it should not be hurtful to others. If you chant Hanuman Chalisa, which is most important right now, it is extremely important to chant Hanuman Chalisa to all of us. If you chant Hanuman Chalisa, And if you remain grounded, do a lot of grounding meditation, drink plenty of water, have good electrolytes, stay away from heat, controversy, and any unnecessary politics in life. You should only focus on something creative, something constructive, and you will see that this is going to give you a lot of relief. From the real estate market, this will be a negative influence, especially for the coastal areas, and especially for areas of the real estate which are near a water body. So if you are dealing with real estate, if you are into commissioning, if you are into renovation, be careful when you are investing your money. So this was a quick take on Mars 8th aspect on Saturn. This is a new channel. This is only for you. A lot of people wanted short clips, short updates on Vedic astrology. So here it is. So subscribe, stay connected on my both channels. We'll meet you soon. This is yours, Punneit. Namaste.